Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the Star Wars DC-15A Blaster Rifle mod, which is being made by user D Magnus, and what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is that oh so wonderful of automatic laser weapons from the Star Wars universe, the DC-15A, and I love this thing. Now I know we actually have looked at another mod that added in a DC-15A a while back, the Republic Armory mod, and so at first I really wasn't leaning towards looking at this one, but it is by D Magnus, and I have really enjoyed D Magnus's work so far. He's made a lot of quality mods, so I figured, what the heck, let's check out this version and see what all he does differently. And I gotta say, this is a beautiful weapon. If we look at it in the Pip-Boy here, it is a very well-made custom model with a custom texture, apparently also with a custom muzzle flare and of course sound. And in the standard model you have just a couple of modifications you can make, as you can see here, and you should do 27 damage, physical damage, and 45 energy based damage. It does use the plasma cartridges and has a firing rate of 50, range of 131, accuracy of 150, and a weight of 9.6. Now as for how you get your hands on one of these mods, it's actually pretty simple. You can either go to Hubris Comics, where you'll find one on top of the busted elevator, or you can actually go to a chemistry station, and down in utility you'll find the DC-15A Blaster here. Though a little bit of a heads up with this one, whenever you build a blaster, for some reason it comes without a receiver, so you do have to immediately go into the weapon workbench to actually add one. Now as for the various modifications we can make, they are pretty simple. In the receiver category we have the standard capacitor, a boosted, maximized, and overcharged, which is of course the most powerful of them, and I mean, always good for getting through enemy armor. Now in these sights we have a fair few options, from iron sight to reflex, short scope, night vision versions, all the way up to the short and long recon scope, so you do have a good few different choices here. Now thing is, it doesn't actually add any scope to the gun, it just gives you the effect of having said scope, which I'm torn on because it's a little bit jarring, but at the same time, do you really want to mess up such a beautiful Star Wars creation? And then finally we have sort of a firing mode category here, where standard is semi-automatic, but you can also go for a stun version of the gun, which as you can see completely removes any of the damage mechanics, but will paralyze most targets. Or of course you could go with a fully automatic version, which will lower the damage but greatly increase the firing rate and also drop down the range and accuracy a bit. But overall, very fun choices. I especially do love the stun option. A very cool addition there, though I have not had a huge amount of luck with it so far. It does say most targets. Perhaps I've tried it on too strong of people. We'll try it a few more times today though and see if I can get it to work properly. Now let's actually take some shots with these things. As I said, it does have a custom sound. I mean, come on, you gotta have a blaster sound for this. So let's get out the standard version with the standard iron sights, and as you can see, it holds 500 rounds at a time, no matter if it's semi-automatic or automatic, which is quite useful in the automatic version. But let's hear the shots. There we go, that is the DC-15A Blaster Rifle in our standard version. You gotta do love the blue projectile effects, the blue muzzle flash, all very cool. Now let us actually bring that back out and do a reload. As you can see, there is a plasma cartridge right at the top of the gun, and it pops right out. We just, get rid of it and put in a new one. All good. Now let's then go check out the recon version, which is the one I made fully automatic, and that is fun. Yeah. And like I said, this one actually has a short recon scope, so you can't actually see a recon scope on it, but when I go to zoom in, well, it gives us the same effect. And there we are. You can see the blue laser trails a bit nicer there, and oh boy, the recoil. Yeah, a little bit hard to keep that one under control, but very, very fun nonetheless. Now let's put that baby away and back into the Pip-Boy for the tactical version here, which is the stun version. So let's grab that and prepare to fire. There we go. We get the another, of course, unique sound effect and a cool blue ring ammo effect, which is very awesome. Which, it's tactical. It's supposed to have a reflex sight on it, which doesn't seem to actually work quite right. But, yeah, oh well, it's a stun gun. Who really cares? So, yeah, that's the DC-15A, which, you know, we need to go try and stun a few people. Let's actually go and try and stun our usual target over here of the dog. Now, I gotta admit, when I was playing with it earlier, like I said, it didn't work too well for me. I probably started a bit too high up the food chain. I was trying to take down Brotherhood of Steel guys with power armor with a stun weapon. Did not work out for me. So let's go try the dog. Let's see if we can get him from here. I don't know. Well, oh, no. He seems to still be moving there. No, come back. Ah! And he's ran. Of course he's ran. Why do they always run? And so has the deer. Where the heck did that wild mongrel go? Ah, there we are. Let's actually get him pissed at us so he actually attacks. There we go, and try to stun. Yeah, so I don't know if the stun works. I mean, it's a very cool effect, but it definitely doesn't seem to be doing much. So that, of course, means we need to put that away and take care of him the proper way, as per usual, with an overcharged, fully automatic version of the weapon, doing 41 damage on physical damage and 78 on the electrical. And eat this, dog! Oh, that just annihilated him, and I am happy about that. So yeah, the stun version definitely seems to still have some kinks to work out with it, but overall, I mean, who wants to stun in this game? You want to take them down with a fully automatic blaster rifle, because that is what you want to do. And oh, of course, I did actually forget to mention that all of these technically are legendary because they have a legendary effect up here where robots, of course, take 50 more points in damage. I guess we're more in the Clone War era with this baby, and that is perfectly okay with me. So up against any Protectrons, etc., you will do a heck of a lot more damage, especially with something like the automatic one. Now, you may also notice that I am using the Pip-Boy today instead of my usual Pip-Pad, and that's because of an odd bug that I found while using this. Whenever I tried to actually go back into my Pip-Pad when I had the gun out, it would crash the game. I have never seen this happen before except for with this mod, but whenever I had out one of these DC-15As and hit tab, the whole game would crash. I turned off my Pip-Pad mod, and it seems to work just fine if it's the Pip-Boy, which is a little bit awkward, I have to say, as I do love the Pip-Pad. It's my favorite way of, you know, getting all my stuff in here. But this mod does seem to not like it so much, which is, again, the first time I've ever seen something do that. But overall, you know what? I'm okay to switch that out for a little bit of fun with some Star Wars-based weaponry. But that is really all I have to talk about here for the Star Wars DC-15A Blaster mod. So if you would like to check out this mod for yourself, which I would definitely suggest that you go and do, you can take a look at the link in the description as per usual. But that is going to be it for today, my friends. I hope you all have enjoyed, and of course, that you do come back for the next episode when hopefully we'll be looking at another wonderful mod. But until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.